Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips. As I always try to do, I went ahead and put my shiny from the last Topps 1994 Series 1 Stadium Club opening, which shows what that's, of course, what we're going to do now. Do the third of the 4 rips of this box. Of course, once we're done with this box, I do have another box because we're not going to finish it all. Plus, I am really curious to see if we're going to have as bad a luck with the virtual reality cards as we had with this one. Because, you know, if you look at the front of the pack, it even says there's a virtual reality card in every pack. And we have found a total of 4 in 12 packs. So, Topps, that's a lie. Maybe this is just a bad box. I don't know. But we have another box to check. Of course, I bought them at the same time, so it's possible that they were on the line next to each other, but who knows? But let's see. Maybe these packs might do us a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is part of. Excuse me. I thought I say 94. This is 1995. Good Lord. Actually, that is kind of strange that this is 19. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting myself all confused. I opened so many products because I'm trying to capture as many of these as I possibly can. And it would make sense to be 1995 because 1994 was a strike year. There would be no virtual reality cards. So my apologies. Oh, that's kind of a neat one. Barry Larkin laying down. Look like he's sliding and throwing. That's actually kind of a cool shot. Rico Brogman, we've seen him before. And usually it's the third card that was the VR cards, so it doesn't look like we're getting one on this one. You know, the fourth one's always one of those inserts, either a checklist or the member club. We got our best seat in the house. This would be Al Mitchell, if I can now remember. Am I remembering it right now? Al Martin. My bad. But we've already gotten this one before. Just like we've gotten Castro, the prospect. Of course, he did play. Okay. Trying to go through this a little faster. These videos have been taking a little bit longer, which I apologize. Because especially when you're starting to see the same cards over and over. Just takes me a little time to get through them because some of these cards do stick together. It's always a downside when you're talking about these photographed, you know, real good photograph cards. I know I like this one a lot. Yeah, it's like you get these nice crisp photographs with, you know, nice shiny print to them. But it does make for very sticky cards once they've been sitting in a pack for 20 plus years. That's Kurt Schilling. Wade Boggs. Oh, we got some big names now. And of course, league leader Cal Eldred. All right, so nothing. I mean, we did get one prospect and one best seat in the house. No VR card. Still expecting to find ourselves, you know, the ringleader card that we have, you know, the Tony Gwynn there, that's a 1 per box. We still should see 1 phone card. We should see a clear-cut card. But, you know, to tell you the truth, especially since the VR cards are supposed to be 1 per pack, anything can happen in this box. You never know. You know, and as it is, the best seat in the house and the prospect or draft choice card, those are part of the base set. So while it's good that we get them, we kind of have to get them. Oh, here we go. So it's a VR card of Junior Felix. And I'll go ahead and flip them around. Oh, we got something shiny and backwards here. But that's what Junior Felix should have had if he would have continued his run. I'm trying to see. He should have had 18 home runs. Or is that 15? I think it might be 15. All right, put that one to the side. So behind this virtual reality card here, we have a Raphael Palmero, and it's awful shiny. Oh, and this is cool. Not only is it awful shiny, it's a clear card. That is really neat. So you can see, it's kind of like those acetate cards. Like Topps has those what they called clearly authentic auto cards. It's that kind of thing. Now the only thing I don't like about it is that they are bending, but it's a thin card. But that one is really cool, and it's Raphael Palmero. So it's not a clear card. It's a clear card of a really good player. So I'll put that to the side, and I will sleeve it up. Actually, I probably have to top load that one. And we got another one of these cause and effects, and it's the same one we've gotten 2 other times, which is Frank Thomas. That's disappointing, to tell you the truth. Okay, we've had this one before too. This is best seat in the house, and this would be Don Mattingly, Mr. Donnie Baseball. And speaking of Raphael Palmero, I'm curious if I'm going to compare him to the clear card. They call him Clearcut Finest, and doesn't look like it's exactly the same. I mean, they're both hits, but you can definitely tell his arm's higher. He's looking up higher. So this one must be a home run. This one might be, I don't know, a single, maybe a double. But it's cool that we got 2 Raphael Palmeros in the same box, or same pack. Of course, we got Andre Dawson, staple of late 80s, early 90s. Ryan Reynolds, and I do like the old Houston Astro logo. I think I like it better than I like today's. It's kind of a little bit more modern. Of course, I'm not a huge Astro fan. And not just because they cheated on baseball. Just not my thing. Pat Borders, and finally Mike Greenwell. Big guy for the Red Sox. All right, so 2 packs in, and we pulled our second of our box hits. But the one thing I'm not really happy about this is how many repeats you're finding in the same box. Now, the thing is that these hobby boxes or these boxes like this is not really. You didn't open boxes like you do today, where you buy the whole box and you open it. So I think that started off as cleat. So getting these repeats would not have been a big deal because you weren't probably buying but maybe a couple packs. And we got Todd Jones, where the VR card typically is. Look at that mustache. Got our club membership card. So yeah, now here's our draft pick. This draft pick would be Matt Smith and Paul Wilson, which we pulled before. And this would be Roberto Kelly's best seat in the house card. Oh, that's a nice one too. And one we haven't gotten yet. Neither Brave. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, the fact that today you tend to buy the whole box, so you don't want to see many duplicates. Just not quite the same as back in the day. I mean, whenever I was growing up, now I was fortunate. I had a family friend or my dad had a family friend that was the distributor for cards, and so I could buy retail boxes relatively cheap, and I'd buy whole boxes at a time. So I had a lot of duplicates. Of course, back in early 80s, whenever I was doing this, what you do with your duplicates is a lot of times And it pains me to say this, but a lot of times they ended up in bike spokes. Especially players that you really didn't care about. The players you cared about, yeah, you trade them with your friends, or if the players that other people cared about, you trade them with your friends and you try to get ones that you liked. And Hudler's, don't know why he's doing that, but that's an interesting shot. So yeah, most of the ones that I would put in bite spokes, or I would set them up and honestly shoot BB guns at them. They weren't the players of today that, they weren't the big names. I wouldn't do it to Pete Rose, Jose Concepcion, Dave Parker, Johnny Bench. The list goes on and on and on. I've actually seen some of the ones that I still had pieces of the old cards, and yeah. So don't worry, I didn't rip up ones that would be valuable today. But it's just funny how it is today compared to back then. All right, there's Dave Nielsen from the Brewers. Never liked that Brewers logo. Of course, the Yankees logo never changed. And we got damaged to this card a little bit, just the way the pack was. It's always a problem with these older cards like this. They've been sitting, they've been bouncing around. They've been shipped who knows how many times. Ray Young, Kurt Schilling. Another checklist card. And what do we get behind it? Oh, there's Todd Van Poppel. Paul Konerko. That would be Paul Konerko's draft card, it looks like. And it is. And of course, that's a big name. Yeah, he definitely played for a number of years. Fortunately, the first time he went up for his Hall of Fame ballot, he only pulled 2.5%, which meant he never could be on the ballot again. So his time's over, and that's a very interesting I don't know. I guess they put a piece of plexiglass or something and acting like he's sliding. I don't know. Interesting shot. Joe Girardi. Ismael Valdez. That would be his debut card. I think we pulled this one before too. And of course, like I said, the font on those, trying to get the shine just right, it's hard to read. Got Scott Hemman. Oh, there you go. Took a bit inside, I'd say. Backing him off the plate. Eduardo Perez and Gary Gaddy. Yeah, we got one more. Kind of hard to tell. Jeff Fassero. Kind of hard to tell when you're talking this 20-point card stock is why I do like it. First off, I'll tell you, it makes trying to figure out how many cards you have a little bit more difficult. They are pretty snug in top loaders, and when you're, I buy a lot of boxes of all sizes. Obviously, I got boxes from 200 to 3,200, and but those are really for regular size cards. Whenever I put my Stadium Club together, and I think I've got them all in a 550 box, and then I've got some others, some of my hits in other boxes, but you can't put 550 cards in a box. So it does make it a little harder, but it does make a lot sturdier card, and I do like a sturdy card. All right, we got Ricky Bones here. Tony Fernandez. Let's see, do we get a VR card? Oh, we did. We got a VR card for Chili Davis. Very nice. Take a look to see how many home runs he would have hit. Sorry, that's not English. Would have hit. He says he would have probably hit 34 home runs, which is good for a DH. We got Kurt Reuter. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen. This is one of the bigger checklist cards. I thought all the checklist cards were those little itty bitty ones. So I am mistaken. You see all the cause and effects here. Would have been Frank Thomas, Daryl Dalton, Sammy Sosa, Cal Ripken, Jeff Bagwell. Unfortunately, we have pulled three Frank Thomas. And then the best seat in the house: Greg Vaughn, Barry Larkin, Don Mattingly, Mark Grace, Jose Canseco, Joe Carter, David Cohn, Sandy Alomar, Al Martin, Roberto Kelly. And we pulled a few of those. The rest of them are just base. Interesting Charlie Hayes card. Oh, we got Sammy Sosa. Another good player. It is unfortunate, you know, he's actually not even invited back to Wrigley Field, even though he played for the Cubs for years. And it's simply because he's never admitted to PEDs. You know, it's a little different where McGuire, you know, he's admitted to it. You know, it's keeping him out of the hall, but you know, he's a hitting coach for the Padres, and they are doing a real good job hitting. So obviously, he's still pretty good. He still knows how to swing a bat. I mean, that's the thing about it, and why, while it is unfortunate that people are kind of chastise him as much as they do, you still have to take. You have a ball coming at you very fast. You still have to swing, make contact in a good part of the bat, and get on base. So that's still not easy. I mean, if you think about it, Jim Abbott. I got his auto actually around here somewhere. If you look at, you know, great players, you know, they still don't even hit 400 batting averages. And a 400 batting average means you're hitting 4 out of every 10 times. So you're failing more than you are successful. So that's why I tend to give those guys a little bit more of a break. Now, do I like it that they broke like Hank Aaron's or Babe Ruth's record? No. But they're still hitting. That's still not an easy thing to do. And why is Larry Walker, who is one of this year's Hall of Fame inductees, but why is he carrying a hockey stick? I don't know. That is honestly very bizarre to me. Let's see, and this is back when he was still with the Expos, so the team that he's drafted and started with. I don't know. In 94, he had hit 19 home runs already in a shortened season. That's crazy. But he is the Rockies' only Hall of Famer, and he will always be there first. So can't complain about that. And there's our virtual reality checklist, and we got a best seat in the house, and that would be Mark Grace. See, I remembered. And we got another best seat in the house. And who would be the pitcher one? David Cohn. That makes sense. I mean, if you look at it's right there behind home plate. And yep, that's about right. So cool. Now we got another best seat in the house. This time's a Brewer. It's Hamilton. No, Greg Vaughn. And this is County Stadium. The old Milwaukee Stadium. Yeah, I didn't know which one it was, but it's Greg Vaughn right there. The one on the right. Cool. So 3 best seat in the house in a row. And we got another good hitter here with Steve Finley. Juan Guzman. And he's a league leader. Benny Santiago. Oh, got Iron Horse again. Cal Ripken. Stuck to somebody. Of course, that was his 300th home run, I'm guessing. That's back when he still had hair, too. It was thinning, but he still had some. Got Jay Booner. Javi Lopez. Great player for the Braves there. Mickey Tettleton. Another catcher. And our last card in this rip, Paul Molitor. Oh, that's a nice... It almost looks like this is photoshopped on. Of course, you know, this is time before Photoshop. This was 95, but that's a cool look. Paul Molitor is one of those players that he's so overlooked so much. So this was a fun rip. You know, obviously we got some new ones. We got some repeats. But for our prospects, we got Paul Canseco, who played for quite a number of years. Paul Wilson, Matt Smith, and Ramon Castro. You know, some of those we've already pulled. We did get 2 VR cards, so 2 of 6. So we're batting 1 out of every 3, which is terrible. But we got the VR card for Chili Davis and Junior Felix. Great players. For our best seat in the house, and that's the ones we pulled the most of, we have Greg Vaughn. We have David Cohn, Mark Grace, Peddleton, Donnie Baseball, and Al... Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. Al Martin. It's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to forget him every single time. We got our 3rd copy of the Cause and Effect with Frank the Big Hurt Thomas. I wish we'd pull some different ones, but it is what it is. We have our Major League debut, which with whatever date that is, I'm honestly not even going to try to read it. For Ismael Valdez. And our box hit, our cool one we pulled. And the one that will go up in the Hall of Fame here is we pulled our clear acetate. And you see behind, yes, you can see my hand behind it. We pulled our clear cut Raphael Palmeiro. Very, very cool. Yep, that is a cool card. All right, that's it for this rip. We still got one more rip in this box, and then got another box. So you know, we're going to get. I think we'll get a good chance of pulling quite a few cards from this set. The first set is definitely a lot of cards of the first series. You know, this is a huge series, so make sure you subscribe. Plus, I'm going to try to find the other 2 series. 3 is probably the one I probably won't pull as much because there's only 135 cards, but this is a 270 card set for series 1, so this one's a big one. So make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and if you have any feedback, drop it in the comment section below. I appreciate your time watching this a little bit longer than usual video. I guess I just rambled a little bit more today, but I appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you next time, so bye now.